room, the podcast room.
We're in the podcast room.
Yeah, we're in there now.
Where is it? It's not in the media.
It's not in the media
Nah.
room, no.
It's in the big bit. I know where that is, and I'm going there now.
Okay, so it's where... Do you have your card? Do you
Yeah,
have...
he does have his card.
Yes.
Come to... I don't know really where to explain it.
I think it's called like the
I'll come
Trust
find you,
Building
I'll
or
come
something.
find you, I'll come find you.
Right.
Alf Doggy!
Yes, bruv. Right, we got Alf Doggy. Is the mic plugged in?
Should be.
I bet. Right, it's interventions with mates. It's a bit of a different episode.
It's a weird one, isn't it? It's like a first, but also we've done interventions with mates
Yeah.
before.
Just ignore the person sniffing the mic. He's just here for
Ignore
the
the
fun of it.
schizophrenic man.
So we're in college for this episode. We've kind of got to like present this or something. Well, I've got to.
Well, Interventions with Mates is the
Yeah.
greatest podcast ever created,
Yeah,
so
I
you should be
mean-
proud. Bro, you're going to have to do so much editing because you're going to be midway through a combo and Al's just going to go, jizz nips.
Yeah, no, he will. Right, well, anyway,
What is jungle and drum and bass? Please tell me, sir.
I mean, it basically is just drum and bass, though, isn't it? Like,
Exactly.
It's a combination.
yeah. Right, okay, so Alfie's had to leave us because he thought he had time on his break to record this.
Turns out he's a bit of a fucking mug.
Yeah.
And he had to leave us.
He's like, what, 15 minutes late? Oh, fuck, he's 15 minutes late. Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
This is his fault though. How do you not know your own fucking schedule?
Right, so as you two were banging on that door, right, when I was just like testing shit, I've checked my phone. It says 50. It says 45, and so I was like, "Is he gonna have time to do this?"
I love how you still went 10 minutes before mentioning it to him.
Yeah, we don't speak about that, but oh well. Right, so drum and bass.
Drum and bass. It's a great form of music.
yeah,
Jungle
greatest-
is a but it's like a subgenre of drum and bass.
See, okay, right. A lot of people would argue that jungle isn't drum and bass,
Right.
Which is weird because in a way it's kind of more drum and bass than drum and bass, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would. It's one of those where you can argue, yeah, jungle is its own thing, but also jungle is so heavily inspired and uses drum and bass
Yeah.
that you could sort of call them the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's really dependent on your view
Because
of it.
the thing with drum and bass is it kind of focuses more on like synths, whereas jungle, it's kind of, I think jungle focuses more on the bass than the drums, but
Yeah, I'd agree. With you listen to a drum and bass song, there's such a heavy emphasis on the drops and shit, and
Yeah.
there is the bass is what you're hearing the majority of it.
yeah.
What would you consider it though? Would you consider jungle a subgenre or its own genre?
I would consider like drum and bass a subgenre of jungle.
Really?
Just because jungle came like kind of before it.
Yeah, but see, that's a good point because
Yeah.
you would say that anything that comes before it should be, the original.
Hmm.
But then there's also the argument because drum and bass is a more popular genre than jungle.
Yeah.
Is it the one that jungle is a subgenre to? It's really arguable, but I would agree with you because I prefer more jungle than I do
Yeah.
drum and bass.
And also there's so many different subgenres of drum and bass that it kind of gets confusing.
Yeah, I feel like using just the term drum and bass.
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid because you could be talking about so many different things.
In a way you could argue house is drum and bass, but
Yeah.
I mean
It's like
I
if you
hate house.
no one likes house music.
Where
You're
were,
gonna have to
where
cut
were
the
we?
fuck out.
Where were we?
Drum and bass.
Right.
House music. We were talking about how much
Yeah.
we both hate house music.
Well, I find house music boring because a lot of the sounds in it are overused.
but I suppose that's the point of house music because
Yeah,
it's
true.
well, house music. The point of it is for house parties, and
Yeah.
at a house party, you're not really listening to the music.
You're just kinda
The
chilling,
music
like,
is just there as
background noise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be too complicated shit. So, but I still don't like it. It's not my style.
Nah. Another reason I find it boring is it doesn't drop.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I do like. My favorite thing about jungle and drum and bass and shit is you're looking forward to and you're gonna have that drop
Yeah.
and it's gonna be fucking mental and you're gonna fucking love it. Yeah.
I'd say it's different types of drops because you've got kind of ones that like really like slowly build up that you just don't notice it.
Yeah.
Which there's quite a lot of it in like neurofunk D&B, which is kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. it's still got all like the drums, the bass. It's got like extra stuff, so
Yeah.
it sounds kind of futuristic, kind of like dystopian. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then Liquid.
Liquid, yes.
Yeah, Liquid drum and bass.
I do like Liquid D&D,
Yeah.
I gotta be honest.
Well, a lot of that, it does depend on like quite heavy drops that are like quite quick rather than like, there are quite a few like Liquid drum and bass songs that do have like quite long build-ups.
I'm gonna ask a not without jungle. I mean, let's
Alright.
actually let's inform the pop. Does Interventions Without Mates know what not without jungle is?
I don't think they do.
Right. So I'll let you explain it. You are
Okay.
the founder of the idea.
Okay, so Not Without Jungle started, I'd say, early kind of August, late July.
End of summer 24.
Yeah. Because me and Alfie, right, we was bored, and I ended up finding like this music producing thing. So I was like, oh fuck it, I'll have a go.
Big ups waveform.
Yeah, Vrav. We made like one song, and it was only like a minute and a half, just to kind of like mess around.
Just a test
Yeah.
one, isn't it?
And then we uploaded it on the SoundCloud, but like we needed a name in it. Oh, we spent I think it was about 3 hours coming up with names.
Give us some other ideas for that. Do you remember any?
Nah,
You don't?
I really can't. And so then,
How did you settle on not without jungle?
well, it got to like 6 in the morning
Mm.
because we just kind of stayed up all night, just kind of messing around, being little shits around the house.
Obviously.
Yeah,
What's
and,
new?
Yeah, and then it got to like 10 o'clock later that day, and then I was kind of like, why not just Not Without Jungle? We only make jungle music.
And a legendary name was born.
Yeah, Not Without Jungle.
I wasn't there for that part of it.
Nah,
I wasn't
so
there for the creation.
We started, I would call it like a compilation album because it's just kind of the singles just that we
Yeah.
released, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I think halfway through that, we then just kind of said we kind of need another producer in it, and then we got Luca in.
This is where I joined, and now look at us, the Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
We briefly, for like a 2-hour period, had a fourth member called Josh Rabson, but we eventually decided we didn't want him. Too many people. Too many.
But also because I feel like if we are going to get a fourth person, they have to be an MC and just an MC.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we can't really have another producer.
And Josh doesn't have any interest in drum and bass
No.
or creating music.
And
See, I'm
producing
not the
music.
biggest drum and bass fan, but
You can get into it.
I can get into it,
Yeah.
and I enjoy creating that. Just creating the music will be quite fun.
Yeah.
But we've got one song out at the moment, Ignite.
Yeah. I'm working on a little side kind of EP album thing. It's called The Split.
The Split.
Well, the first track's in kind of progress. I'm like halfway through it. It does focus more around like liquid drum and bass, but it does have kind of breaks that would be commonly seen in like jungle stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose that's the point. I mean, obviously we have countless ideas for things we want to do.
yeah.
EPs.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many tracks you've got which just haven't been uploaded. There's
I've
a lot
got,
you
I've
could
got
do.
a whole unreleased album somewhere.
Yeah. There's still a lot coming in the NWJ train. It's still early days.
Yeah. I think it was mid-October we uploaded Ignite,
Ignite, yeah.
which was our first kind of track onto like a paid.
Yeah, available on Spotify, YouTube
Yeah.
Music, all services.
Yeah.
Ignite, check it out. Not About Jungle.
I forgot to put Amazon Music down.
No one uses Amazon fucking Music.
Yeah, but then like when we go on yours, in it, there's no Alexa. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
We might have to put the next one on Amazon Music then.
I'm thinking about it because with the distribution thing that we use, yeah, it's good, but like once you upload, it takes a week to process it and go through.
That's just like a long time.
So it takes a week to process it and see if there's any copyright issues, and then it takes a maximum of 5 days to upload it.
See, and the worst part is, imagine you upload it, right, and you realise you've uploaded, say, the wrong version of the song.
Yeah.
And then you have to do all that again.
Oh, there's just so much stuff you have to go through as well.
Yeah.
With Not Without Jungle, we can't change it.
Yeah.
We can't change our distributors for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
That's
I've
never
tried
useful.
to. So we're
always
we're
useful.
kind of stuck with them, but it's more for group projects.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we haven't really got to like rush anything out or
I mean, the idea for that, the album we have, Simplified.
simplify.
Name drop.
Oh mate, simplified.
Simplified have been name drop. We're not going to tell you anything else.
I think we should tell them how we like came up with the album.
How we came up with the album.
Yeah.
How did we? I remember that
yeah.
night so clearly. I
Wasn't
remember
it on
where
Halloween?
No, it wasn't because Josh was there on Halloween. It was me and you. We was just sitting in my room, and I remember
It was because we were sat on the.
because Josh went home early on Halloween.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, he did.
It was
didn't
on. It was on Halloween, right? And what happened was, so it got to a point. Josh just left, and so it was kind of just me and Lucas staying around. I can't remember who started the idea. I think it was you.
But I remember, all I remember from that, I don't remember it very clearly, but I remember it was just, I would say something, and then you'd say it, and we both just look at each other smiling like, what an idea. And we'd keep doing that for the whole night. We'd go, and literally that's all it would be.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, I've just remembered that I have all the notes for it.
Me too.
On my phone.
I can get my notes out for it.
Oh, mate. Oh, it's actually got everything on it.
Oh, yeah, we got I
Right.
forgot we named them as well.
Yeah, so we assigned each other like tracks and everything.
We haven't told them what Simplified is about though, so
Right,
don't be
so-
revealing it. Or reveal it. It doesn't. Maybe this is where we announce Simplified for the first time.
I'm down.
I'm down.
Right, so Simplified. What it is we've just said, do you know what? It would be funny if we just made an album where we kind of...
I think the best way to or the way I have it written down here is an over-the-top satirical multi-genre album, which
Yeah.
sounds like a lot of words, but basically it's just a comedic, a really dramatic, over-the-top comedical album where each song comes from a different genre. The genres are there's a good
There's reggae, pop, EDM, dubstep, hip-hop, country, jazz, indie, metal, and the last one is obviously jungle.
obviously. So
yeah.
I think we'll keep the names hidden, but I think we should give them one name. Choose out of those 10 songs, give one title. Which one? Because there's a few good ones in here. I gotta
there
be
is.
honest.
The reggae one's good.
I like
The dubstep
a
one's-
dubstep is fucking
But
goated.
the thing with the dubstep one is you have to understand like what everything in it means. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
But I think that's what makes it funny, is because if someone doesn't understand it, we look like schizos.
Yeah.
But for those who get it, it's quite
Yeah.
funny. Country's good. Country is so good.
mate. The pop one's good.
I like the reggae one's even better.
Yeah, I like the reggae one.
Which one should we? I say jazz.
No, yeah, fuck it.
So so there's 10 songs. They've all got names. They've all got inspiration behind them. We're gonna exclusively reveal
The name of the jazz
the name
song.
of the jazz song. And the jazz song is one which Manic Me will be doing,
All right.
and it's called "Blow My Trumpet." So
Oh, man.
if you've not seen the satirical over-the-top comedy part yet, well, that's the goal.
The album we've just talked about, Simplified, I don't think it's going to come out for a good year or two.
Yeah, while it's
Yeah.
but it's one of those where it will take time to come out because we want it to be really good.
Yeah.
We want it to be the album which puts us on the map.
I think we should tell them how long the final song's going to be.
The final song, the jungle
Yeah.
song.
It's quite long for a song.
It's quite long, but you got to remember. So each of us have 3 tracks each.
Yeah.
Because there's 10 songs, so Alf has 3, I have 3, Charlie has 3, and then the final one, the jungle song,
Is all of us.
We're working together on it, and that's why it's going to be a longer song. Because it's jungle, we want it to be the most important song
Yeah.
on the playlist. So it's going to be a lengthy song. How long are we thinking still? Between the 10 and 15 mark.
I was
aren't we?
thinking kind of 15.
Yeah. Since it's the only jungle song and we are a jungle band, you got to do a good jungle song.
Yeah.
You got to.
I'm kind of wondering if you and Alf like are going to set up a solo kind of one for side projects.
Mm.
I'm wondering if you and Alf are going to set up separate kind of accounts for like side projects like I've done.
I'm considering it because
Yeah.
obviously you to be fair, at this point in time, Charlie is very much the contributor to NWJ. He's the one who's done
gays.
most of it. Alf's done a few bits, and I'll sit and say I've not done much. But
Nah.
Charlie's the one who's more really into it. I think we all are, but Charlie's
Yeah,
on it
mate.
like
I
that.
just kind of get an idea. If I'm out somewhere, I'll straight away write it down.
Exactly. So yeah, you having your own
Yeah.
side one is so useful because you are making lots of songs and
Also, one genre that I really wanted to work on is liquid.
yeah.
But the thing is, the song I'm kind of working on at the moment, right? It's part of a 3-song EP, with the first one being called The Split. So it starts off quite peaceful, but the drop is really aggressive, kind of fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just struggling with bass lines for it though. That's the
Bass
only
lines.
problem. Yeah.
Oh well, when later show me the track and show me some of the options for the bass
Yeah,
lines.
man.
Oh, well, we have a
Oh
consideration.
yeah, so I end up getting a like drum pad for Christmas. I've just been like abusing
I
it.
can imagine you've been
Bruv,
on that. Like
oh,
it's
man.
crazy.
I've made a couple of synths for it and just stuff like that. But sometimes it gets boring because I don't really know what I'm doing. I've like just got it really.
It's always so annoying when you get something like that. You want to use it, but it's so overwhelming because
Yeah.
you don't know what to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get exactly what you mean. It's jarring, but
yeah,
you'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, I mean-
it'll be so useful for doing
Yeah.
NWJ.
Right, so would you say that Not Without Jungle has like a personal style to it? Because if you look at a lot of Shy FX's songs, that you can like easily tell that it's him.
Yes.
What I think a song that like best describes it is one song that I think you can really kind of like tell that it's a Shy FX song is Every Day.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just has that feel to him, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of I'd say it's a bit lighter on the ears, whereas if you was to look at artists like Chase and Status,
Yeah. It's a lot more
yeah.
exciting. It's a bit more get you out your fucking seat. Yeah.
Right, there's another thing I've wanted to speak about. With Chase and Status, right, they've done lots of work where they've combined two genres. And one thing that I think works really well is like British rap and drum
British
and
rap
bass.
is yeah.
Yeah, drum and bass, and they mix it perfectly. I think the two best songs to describe it is definitely Run Up and When It Rains. Yeah, When It Rains.
Yes, When It Rains
Oh,
is genuinely one of my
the drop
favourite
on
songs.
that,
Yeah.
it's mental.
In that drop in Alfie's gaff is fucking crazy on
Yeah.
those speakers.
Oh, another one, Rudimental. They're good.
Yes, yeah.
They've done work with people like I think Shakes. Do you know who Shakes is?
Can't say I do, but
Oh, right. Well, anyway, Shakes. He's worked on a lot of like remixes,
yeah, right.
and there's one song that's just like mental. It's 100K.
100. I feel like I've heard
I
that
think you've
before.
heard it.
So I'm one of these people where I know a lot of songs, so like sometimes the name just doesn't do it for me.
Original Sin and Shakes.
Right.
100K. It's a mental song.
I'll have a listen to it
Yeah.
after the podcast done.
But there's one thing I don't like about Original Sin.
Let's hear
If
it.
you listen to his songs, a lot of them do just sound like remixes of each other.
Going back to your point earlier, every artist, literally any genre of music has their own sort of sound.
Yeah.
You can it sort of started in the 80s when music had its complete revolution of instruments, like your bands like Pink Floyd, the Beatles, all of them, they picked up that and they found their own sound.
Yeah.
And now we're in an era where there is so much sound you can make with so many different things that every band has a noise. Like the
Yeah.
Arctic Monkeys, every song, there's just something about it which is just, you know, it's going to be
Yeah.
there. Like that, and drum and bass, you see any genre of music, you can see it. But it's like it's as long as you don't, in your case, if you just said there, don't use it too much so that every song sounds just
Yeah.
sort of the same. It's using it appropriately and things like that.
Yeah, back to like Shy FX and stuff like that. If you was to listen to, I think I'll have to see what album it is, but it's got a bunch of like really recognisable tracks in there. Ragamuffin Sound Tape, right? It was released in 2019. Oh man.
You can fucking hear the seagulls.
Yeah,
That's
I know, it's
insane.
mental.
These mics are too good.
Yeah, innit? Shame about the stands. before you and Alf came in, I kept accidentally like kicking it,
Yeah,
like the bottom of it.
bro. It picks it up. It's
Yeah.
so you understand why Zach is so happy, because the amount of times I've been on a podcast, I've done a podcast with Zach before, and I've kicked the thing once by accident,
man.
and he's just gone, "Stop kicking the fucking thing! Stop kicking the stand!" It's like, whoa, calm
man.
down, bro. Just because you're from Sunderland, put your shirt back on.
Right, well, we're gonna have to kind of end this here.
Cut intervention to make short a bit.
Yeah, so I think this has been the first
First,
podcast I've ever
yeah.
recorded in here.
Or it's the first I've ever recorded.
Yeah.
This is a new room.
Yeah, true. But no, I meant like in the
Yeah, no, I
in the
get you.
podcast room. But
Hopefully, we'll do some more intervention mates on this machine. It's
yeah,
very
I
useful.
think we need to. I think we need to try and like come in here and just like
Coming in here on like a Thursday or something. When get out. When does Alf start on a Thursday?
I think he starts at 12, so I think we could
Yeah,
like
get in here
yeah.
like 10. Do an hour podcast. Cheeky.
Yeah, I think we should. Right, well, we're gonna have to end this here.
It's been lovely having you guys join us.
What episode's it even been? I think
We're
we're on
on
season
like
4.
Season 4. This is like episode 2, 3 or something.
I think it's season 4, episode 1, 2, or it's season 3, episode 5, something like that.
It's a later one.
Yeah. Oh well, you lot will find out before we do.
Yeah, you already know. You've already clicked on it.
Yeah. Right. So we'll see you in the next one.
We'll see you in a bit, lads.
In a bit, mate.